Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. We're going to do our April tarot readings to see what's ahead for you for a couple weeks. I hope you made it through the eclipse and our retrograde season okay. It was a little rough for some people, a little crazy. We have a full moon on Friday in Libra. So that's going to do a little energy shift. Okay, you've got Seven of Swords, Scorpio, Page of Pentacles, and the Judgment reversed. Okay. All right. Let's start with Seven of Swords. Okay. So this card is, what do I want to say? This card is the sneaky card. Okay. See how he's kind of tiptoeing, like he's stealing those swords, but he's leaving you too. So he's kind of sneaky, but in a nice way. That mean, all right. It's also kind of like the internet card. So sometimes people are spying on you on your Instagram, sending you messages, just kind of to see what you're up to. All right. Okay. Then you've got the Page of Pentacles. So pages bring news. All right. And Pentacles is money. So this person could be giving you information about a money, something, an investment, a job maybe that you want. Maybe it's someone you run into and they're like, hey, you know, we're hiring. Why don't you come check it out? Sometimes it's a younger person, maybe a teenager, maybe your child is looking for a job and gets a job. You know, this represents the earth signs, the coins do. So sometimes it's a little slower energy. It's like, yeah, I'm going to look for a job. I'll get around to it. Yeah, you know, they kind of take their time. They're never in a hurry. So maybe it's going to take them a minute to figure out what it is they want to do. And then you've got the Judgment reversed. Okay. So being reversed is sort of like, don't judge people too harshly, or maybe people are judging you too harshly. Kind of let things be a little bit more relaxed, maybe go with the flow. Yeah, the Judgment, sometimes judgments don't go in your favor, and you just kind of need to relax a little bit. Keep your eyes open for when you feel something's not right. Trust your gut instinct, because this 7, you know, sometimes there's things going around that are a little shady or underhanded and we don't see it, but we feel it. Okay. So keep an eye open for that. Okay. Let's get a life card for you here, Scorpio, and see what it says about this situation. All right. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? All right, let's go in the middle here and see what we can get. Rewards. That's a nice card. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and growing. Okay, that's a great card. So, like I said, this might be some money news. Maybe you're going to get a big tax refund. Who knows? Who knows? I think it's more unexpected, but it says you're cashing in on hard work. So maybe there's something that you didn't know that was going to come up, but you're going to maybe get something in the mail. Like I said, this has to do with the internet. Maybe you'll get an email about money that's owed you, a settlement. You know, this is the Judgment card. So maybe there's a settlement that goes in your favor that you didn't realize or didn't expect. So that's a good card. Let's check out your romance cards, okay, Scorpio, and see what they say. Oh, gosh. Okay. Sorry about that. These little suckers kind of fly around sometimes, you know? All right, let's cut the deck. Okay, Scorpio, you have children. Gosh, you're like the third person that got that children card. And I shuffle them, I swear. Soulmate and destiny. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. So, soulmate card, all right, is someone you're probably going to run into. Maybe you haven't seen them for a while. Maybe you met your soulmate. This is going to be someone that you feel like you've known before, like you just click. You have the same sense of humor. You like the same things. Maybe it's a best friend. Sometimes it is a relationship, a lover. A lot of times it's a friend. It could be a family member. It could be a child you feel like is your soulmate that's so much like you, right? Um, and you have the destiny card, okay? So destiny has its own rules, okay? So don't try to pre-plan your life. Destiny has a plan for you. Fate will happen when it's supposed to. It has its own timeline, okay? Just because we want something and we want it right now doesn't mean we're going to get it. It doesn't mean we're really ready. Your soul has to be ready, okay, to receive love, money, whatever, a job. You have to be at the right time when this happens. So don't try to plan things. Don't think that something that happens out of the blue. Remember, this says you're going to be rewarded for your efforts. Sometimes we have in mind how things are going to happen, how we want them to go. And I know Scorpios, you guys, you like to plan everything. You want everything to go a certain way at a certain time. But you know what? It happens when it's supposed to. That's destiny. So don't steer away. Maybe it's handing you something and you're like, that's not what I wanted, right? You know, maybe, what's an example? When we ask for, oh my gosh, what I want to say. Maybe we ask to meet new friends, okay? And you have a neighbor that moves in and she keeps coming over. She's really, and you're like, oh, she's annoying to that. You know, maybe destiny is showing you like, look, this person could be your new friend, but you're pushing it away for whatever reason. That's just an example. You know, don't pre-plan how things should happen or when they should happen, okay? Let them happen when they're supposed to, all right? Then you know it's for you, and the universe hands it to you. When it doesn't take effort, that's when it's for you. When we have to try too hard or force things or push things, they're not meant for us. They should come easily to us if they are for us, okay? And finding a soulmate is awesome, right? Sometimes there's things that you need to deal with children. Going back to some of the other cards here, sometimes children in the love reading, maybe children are keeping you from meeting your soulmate. Maybe you have too many responsibilities. You don't get to go out and do things like you used to because now you have children. So you'll have to let me know how that plays out for you, Scorpio, okay? Let's get an oracle card here and see what it says. All right, let's go in the middle here and pull out a card. It says, facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. Strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in knowing who you are. Okay, knowing who you are is also knowing what you want, what your soul wants, okay? So when this person comes along, like I said, if it's fate and it's supposed to be, you will know it right away. You know, don't try to pre-plan things and live in fear. Don't ever think like, oh God, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Well, if you keep saying that over and over, it's never going to happen, right? Keep saying, I'm blessed. I receive what I ask for. The universe has my back. Say things like that where you know you're going to receive, okay? Don't live in your fear. Or not living in your, it says face your fears, right? So you don't want to live in your fears, but you want to say like, okay, I accept that and feel the feelings and move on, okay? Because destiny is calling your name. So you have some really cool stuff coming up, Scorpio. Just don't be scared. You know, sometimes finding a perfect relationship, sometimes you're like, it's too good to be true, right? It's too good. It can't really happen. It can't be, you know, it's too easy, right? We always think things have to be difficult, but if it's meant for us, it's easy. Okay? So don't be scared. All right, let's find a crystal card for you. Sunstone. Oh, I love sunstones. Okay, opaque, transparent in yellow, orange, peach, pink, red, brown, and red. Inspires excitement and joy of living, allows the real self to shine through, brings luck and good fortune, dispels codependency and procrastination, aids in cutting ties with others, promotes liberation, freedom, and individuality. I mean, is that not what we were just saying? Know who you are, know what you want, be confident, don't be scared. Find some sunstone. Oregon actually has a lot of sunstone in the Bend area. Let's see, it helps with depression and mood swings, encourages optimism and enthusiasm, and removes inhibitions. Wow, great card. Clears all of your chakras. So, get you some sunstone. Portland has a lot of really good gem shops where you can find stuff. We have gem shows every 3 months all over the place. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if you get some sunstone, if this helps for you, if you meet your soulmate. I'd love to know. All right, until next time, don't forget to follow and share. Thank you so much.